Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone had a nice long weekend. The weather was great. Okay, this week for our messages, we're going to be working on labeling. And labeling is just one example of how we can get children to see how the words that we speak transfers into reading those words. And it's the actual letters and not the pictures. Yes, I'm cramming because we are running out of time. The labeling this week is all bugs, and the words are long, and that's the part that's not so important. It's just the learning the act of labeling. So there are cutouts that might be easier, or Mom, you can do the writing, the labeling part, and just let them do the regular message. The point is just to introduce them to another way of working on writing. Okay, let's get started. So before I even turned the video on, I could see a couple of mistakes. Miss Byrne must be really tired. So I noticed, what? A question mark up there after good morning children? Let's cross that off. What should it be? We're taking a break. It's a comma. And then look down here at the end of this sentence. How should that sentence be ended? A period. And I noticed one more mistake. Remember, the beginning of the sentence, the letter should be capital. So we are going to put those 3 lines underneath, which means make that an uppercase. Okay, now we can go to reading the message. Today is Tuesday, May 26th, 2020. Good morning, children. This week, we will focus on labeling. And we are going to go ahead and label that picture of the ant after we find some of our favorite things. Okay. I am going to choose this letter. Can you guess why? Why did I choose the A? Here's the uppercase and the lowercase. Because our friend over here is an ant, and ant begins with, you got it. Okay. Now, what are we doing with the blue marker? We are going to choose a word. And I am going to choose this word. There's only 2 letters in it. How do I know it's a word? Because the letters are together, and there's a finger space before and a finger space after. That's the word we. Okay, we're zipping through this. Green marker, we are going to put a triangle around all of the punctuation. Let's start up at the top at the beginning, and we're going to go all the way up. There's a comma, take a break. Keep going, another comma, take a break. Back to the beginning, all the way on the left side, and let's go. Keep going. There's a comma where we take a break. My goodness, there's so many commas. One more. Keep going all the way to the end, back to the beginning, and we have our period. That's where we stop. Okay, the next thing we are going to do, and moms, this is where you have the words at the bottom. We are going to label the ant so that we can learn his body parts, but also learn that when we draw a picture, we can also write words next to it to say what each thing is. So we're going to start with this first box, and it is pointing to his head. I'm just going to write it. Moms, you can write it for your child, or you can have them cut it out and glue it. That's completely up to you. The next box, pointing to this middle circle, which is called, it's a tough one, thorax. And that's just the middle part of the body. That's going to go down to the next box, and it is pointing to one of the 6 legs. Legs. L-E-G-S. Okay, let's move up to the top. And this one is pointing to the antenna. Oops. Okay, the next box is pointing to his eye. And the last box is pointing to his abdomen. These are some long words. And the abdomen is where all of his important parts are, like his heart is in there. All of his things that makes him an ant. Well, there you go. Your first experience with labeling. But it doesn't have to be something this detailed. It could be any drawing that you make. You can ask Mom to help you label your picture so that other people who are looking at your picture can read what you have written. Okay. See you soon for our read aloud.